weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Josh Johns.
Welcome back, everyone. So are we going to be cold for the rest of the week?
Not necessarily. The cold air is coming, but first, got to get through some warm days. Today was kind of chilly, especially during the first half of the day. That's because the clouds hung around for a while. We busted out into the sunshine this afternoon, and that allowed us to warm up into the low 50s at times. You can see the sunset there. Now you're noticing those clouds starting to go down just a little bit. It's what we call that moisture coming back in our atmosphere. Means we may see just a little bit of patchy fog in spots. Today topped out at a high of 51. Our low is at 44. Average should be at 59 and 33. Record, by the way, 77 in 1974 and 3 degrees in 1944. Got a slight warm-up on the way, a gradual warm-up before a strong cold front comes in this weekend. This one brings us some Arctic air. Going to be some pretty cold air there for your Saturday and Sunday. But ahead of it, this is the good news. We're going to be climbing up to the 60s and 70s. 69 tomorrow. Will be at 73 on Thursday and 74 on Friday. The only caveat is we're going to have a southerly wind to bring it. That means we may start to see the cedar pick back up a little bit. The heaviest cedar is always over towards the hill country. And so when we get a southeasterly wind, that's when we get the really high levels. The good news is I think this week we're going to see more of a south and southwesterly wind. We'll still get a little bit of an uptick in cedar, but nothing as high as like what we saw on maybe Christmas Day. Still maybe just a little bit to tick you off or at least kick off a few of your allergies as we go into the next few days or so. It's kind of chilly right now. 47 degrees in San Angelo, 44 in Tulsa, 50 in San Antonio, and 55 in Corpus Christi. But southerly winds are bringing in some higher dew points, which means our temperatures may actually warm a little bit through the night. I've got a low of 42. Won't take much to get there if we can just clear out the skies a little bit. 44 right now in Brady, 40 in Bront, and 42 in Sterling City. Look at those dew points, though. In the mid-40s, the temperatures are not moving much, but they are going to get closer to the dew point, and with the light winds, that means some patchy fog may develop by the time you wake up, especially in those low-lying river valleys. It's kind of hard to get it in San Angelo half the time, but once you get out in the open areas, that's where that fog tends to be a little bit heavier. You can see the clouds right now, mainly over our southeastern counties, but they're trying to filter back in. A lot of low clouds over us, and that means that it's going to be feeling humid through the night. You can see the clear skies over us. That's kind of clear air in the mid-levels. We still got a lot of low-level moisture, which means those clouds hang around as we go through the night tonight. We are watching a system to our north. Eventually, this gets a push from an upper level or at least a surface high pressure that's coming straight from the Arctic, and that's going to give us that cold air. But right now, still dealing with that moisture streaming overhead. So let's take it through time here on Futurecast with those temperatures falling down only into the mid-40s by the time you wake up. They may not even move over the next 2 to 3 hours, and then we should burn off those clouds by the time we get into the afternoon. If we don't, however, we'll be in the 50s. I think, though, we're going to go into the 60s. In fact, my high tomorrow is 69, and that's thanks to those westerly winds. Thursday, maybe a few clouds to start off the day, and then during the daytime with those westerly winds, going to bring in that warmer air as we head into the afternoon, getting pretty close into the 70s. Same on Friday. Let's take you up to the north. That's where the cold air is starting to build. It's currently 25 in Minneapolis, but look up here for the north. Negative 31 in Yellowknife there in northern Canada. That drags down to our way, although now the biggest indicators are that coldest core of the air will be off to our east, and so I'm not expecting the low 20s like we were originally expecting, but mid-20s will be possible Sunday morning, and then another round of cool air is expected as we head into the middle of next week. Not tonight, though. Tonight, temperatures are going to fall down into the 40s, 44 there in San Angelo. Maybe a few low 40s, especially in those low-lying river valleys. I've got 42 on the board, but it's probably not going to move much. Mostly cloudy with those winds out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, breaking into the sunshine, maybe 68. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, a little bit on the breezy side with southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Let's take you to the extended forecast because we're going to see those temperatures go up into the mid-70s Thursday and Friday. That next front moves in Friday night into Saturday. With it, a 20% chance of rain. Best chances are going to be east of San Angelo. We're at 46 Saturday and then dropping through the day down to 26 Sunday morning and then going back into the low 50s as we head towards your Martin Luther King holiday. But it's going to be kind of chilly this weekend. One of those weekends you want to dig out that coat again. Even though you're going to get used to this warmer air for a few days, have that coat ready because it will be cold.
I guess here in San Angelo, you always have to just be prepared.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
Can change on a dime.
It can. All right. Thanks, Josh. Coming up, Netflix users, the company is raising their prices. We'll have details on those prices.